Rosie Porter, thank you so much for performing on Advocate Sessions today.
Thank you, Chris. It was my pleasure.
First off, how did you guys get started playing this material and forming as a group?
Well, Tommy and I have been playing together for almost 7 years now, mostly as a duo. And we played in various groups, and then we formed the Neon Moons, I think about 2 years and some change ago. This guy was such a wonderful addition once I met Doug. It was so great to be working with somebody who had such a breadth of talent and has been doing it for so long. And when we first showed him our list of material, he was like, "Oh, I've been playing most of these songs for 30 years." So it was a good fit.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a little bit about your the songwriting process and some of your influences?
Well, I have a huge record collection that I inherited from my grandparents, so that comes through a lot, I think, in the style that I write. I like to write stuff that's sort of an homage to the 60s. I love the Bakersfield sound. I love Patsy Cline. I could go on and on. There's so many. Lefty Frizzell is a big one for me, too. But usually, most of the songs that I write in the shower. I'll be taking a shower and I'll get an idea for something. I'll get out of the shower and then I'll start writing. Maybe that's the double Pisces in me. I need to be surrounded by water.
Well, musicians writing in unusual places is no surprise. I mean, I write songs in the car, so.
The car is also a good one. You know, sometimes I'll come up with something in the car and like race home, make sure I get it down somewhere.
The key is you get an app on your phone that records.
You know?
And then you can just do it that way.
I used to do that. I got to start doing that again. See, you do that too many times, though, and you have all these embarrassing recordings. Sometimes you think it's a great idea, and then you listen back, and you're like, But that's the process of songwriting.
One thing I loved about the songs you performed today is like there's obviously the classic country influence, but like I heard like just little hints of jazz and other like rockabilly as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And, I think that it's very multi-layered, and just want to ask you about that. Whether like other genres come to play as well.
Well, before I played in a classic country band, which I've been doing for 4 years now, I did sing in a jazz group for a while. So that's probably where that influence came from. I mean, I've always loved jazz, and if you go back far enough, especially in the 40s and 50s, there's so much overlap between those two genres. And Bill Bailey is a great example of that. I mean, it was written in the 20s, sort of a jazz big band song, but Patsy Cline covered it and made it this country song.
Of course, and you have that era where a lot of the traditional pop singers were starting to do country music,
yeah?
So that it had that like kind of traditional pop flavor to it.
All those genres end up blending into each other. It's all American music.
Well, what I'm really excited to talk about is the new record you have out. And,
oh, yeah.
Just wondering, were some of the songs you performed today on that record?
Yes. All the songs we performed today, except for Bill Bailey, were on that record. And we recorded it. Tommy, my guitar player, was the producer, and he mixed it, and it was mastered by Mark Allen Miller at Zone Lab. He did a great job. And it was recorded almost all totally live, the vocals, the guitar, the bass, the drums, and then we added in the pedal steel later because I think Doug had to work that day that we were tracking. But it was almost totally a live experience, and we only overdubbed like a little bit of vocals, and of course we added some guitar parts because we just have the one guitar player. So.
Oh, that's so awesome. I mean, I think that would really work well for you, considering like you guys have a really great presence live. So.
Well, we all love each other a lot, and that really helps.
Do you have any shows coming up in this winter?
We've got a whole bunch. I have them all listed on my website, which I mentioned before, rosieportermusic.com. Just off the top of my head, shows in the Pioneer Valley. We've got Hitchcock Brewing coming up on January 24th, and we're going to be at Abandoned Building Brewery's Winterfest on February 8th. That'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a whole big party there in East Hampton, and we've got a whole bunch of other ones coming up, so just find us on the internet. We're not slowing down anytime soon. So.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much again, Rosie.
Well, thank you, Chris. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.